Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new and you like the content, just like the video please, and subscribe if you want to see more videos of this. I would gladly appreciate, and you would be such a help actually. Thank you in advance. And I logged back on in space in a Hull C. So I've never seen the ship. Well, I flew it over here, but I've never worked with it or even been in one. I owned it a couple of times, but it's not really my game style actually. I prefer mining and stuff like that. Sometimes shooting, but transport, I mean, with all the risks involved. And if you see the humongous ship here, you're gonna see it in a second, how big it is. So here I'm in the crew quarters. Of course you have a couple of beds, which is always handy to show you to lie down, and once you lie down you can log off of this ship safely in theory. So there used to be bugs a couple of years ago where people had, it was really painful actually to try to log off because the game crashed and so on and so on. So it happened to me a couple of times, but since a couple of years now I'm doing it and I'm just doing fine actually. It might be a good idea to delete the user folder, and the last solution would be a reset of your character, but I wouldn't recommend it until, well, if you have it on a recurring basis to have a game crash or something like that, then of course just try to make a character reset. This might be the only way to solve this kind of issue. Okay, so here we have kind of a little kitchenette, whatever that is. You can cook food because, as you're aware, it's getting kind of very realistic, so you might have to do a lot of stuff actually, like taking a shower, maybe taking a dump or whatever. Who knows? Here we have some storage, and of course you can open them and you can access then, well, the storage of course. If you don't see the little man, just go around with the mouse, with the right mouse button, and at some point you're gonna see a little thing. It's just a graphics bug, so you're behind some decoration or whatever. Okay, so you can store stuff in here. Let's see what's behind that door. And here we have the shower with integrated loo. No, where's the loo? There might be a separate loo. A thing I found out, so there was no light. So I had to, well, I don't know, to play a little bit with the buttons, and here you have a light button, and it automatically lightens those, so you might have to press it a couple of times, as you see here. Then, oops, turn it off. Okay, it's off. A little neons here, depending of course if it's daylight or nighttime or whatever. So storage, 4 storage cases, so for all the crew members who would like to sleep on the ship, of course. And then this, I don't know, emergency blast door. We might be able to open it somehow. I wouldn't know. And of course there's a lot of little buttons. I just found that, well, kind of strange when I popped in the game. So new functionalities are about to be implemented, I think. And there was also a little update of today of 2 gigabytes, a little more than 2 gigabytes. So there have been some improvements probably. The big patch is probably not yet. It might take a little while, but it's gonna come shortly. Here of course we have some component accesses, which is a good thing. So here of course I turn the light on, otherwise it's a little creepy. Here we have the engineer room. This one doesn't seem to do much. Okay, we have the big one, okay. So the engineer engineering room is probably linked to the cargo. Shortly I'm gonna deploy the ship and we're gonna see how big it really is. It's really something amazing. Okay, that's a turret access, probably. Okay. And of course, you have to turn it on before you enter the turret.
Hello, how can Miss help?
And now I'm in. Oh, it's a tractor beam. Okay. See if you lose a little bit of cargo. And you can just pull it back. So we're at the back of the ship. There's a little exit here on this side to go out into space, like a little well, a door of some kind. But I'm just trying out which turret is that one. Okay, so you have control of several turret locations for tractor beams at least. They're actually all tractor beams. Oh, not much to do yet. And I don't have cargo, so it doesn't make much sense. But it's really quite a big ship, I have to say. Could jump down, but of course you might lose a little bit of health. A little bit like in the mole, with all those ladders. Okay, let's go to the left, to the cockpit. Can show you a little bit more. So you have some components in here. You have a captain's chair, which is right here. And you have the pilot and the co-pilot seats. But first let's have a look at the components there. Press the buttons. Okay, computer. I do have here nothing. Okay. Radar. But of course, don't forget that it's also gonna be about hacking ships and taking data, whatever. That was interesting. The game has actually so many facets, which are crazy. It's really crazy. It's like you live in a virtual world, and of course, if you check the graphics, it's something else. So there I'm in orbit around Microtech, and that's the closed version of the Hull C. Of course, you have to deploy the arms or the brackets, which will of course transport and support the cargo. I'll have to turn it on. Okay, flight ready. So everything is on. And it's a heavy one. It's very, very heavy. Not sure you can make some dogfighting with this one. You're gonna lose. It's really not malleable. So I'm gonna extend the cargo spindle, and we're gonna see how this works. It's quite amazing. See, it completely opens up. The arms deploy. And you can put quite a lot of cargo on there. And it's just the whole C, huh? There's gonna be the D version, E version. But they're humongous. And you see the little man inside, so you can give you kind of an idea on how much cargo actually space there is. It's really a crazy ship, beautiful. And of course you will have to traverse the middle section to go to the back of the ship. So should we leave it open? Yeah, why not? And I'm just gonna exit the chair. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna traverse the whole ship from one side to the other, but it's not that long actually. Don't remember the way. It's like a SAS actually. And you see the whole middle spindle or whatever that is called. And I think that if I'm continuing there, I might die. So I'll try to avoid to die immediately, otherwise I'll have to restart the whole video again. And that's just one of the big ships coming out. Well, not that big, but quite, I mean, compared to the others which are for the moment in-game, like the Karak or Corsair or Global Other ships, 890 Jump. That's it for the moment. So the Polaris gonna come out next year. So it's gonna be the first one in the next pipeline, in the pipeline. And I got it, so I'm gonna make a video about it for sure. So here we wanted to close the spindle, retract cargo spindle. There you can see hub. Everything is working like a watch actually. It's crazy. It closes back in, so there must be a little gap on the back actually. But I mean, I'm so happy that I didn't die yet. And the game is getting quite stable, I have to say. So I had 130k error in a month. Here we have the exit, or the entrance. So you go there on this side and you have an elevator which goes outside. We can maybe show this one. Little security, everything. It goes down and you are outside in EVA. Well, you could go into EVA just to watch the ship. Maybe deployed it would be a little bit more fun. Like this. Then here of course you have a little SAS. And you could go directly EVA. It's probably for the attaching the docking collar or whatever. Pods. I'm not sure if it's working. Here we have a little weapons locker. So if you get a gun, for example, and you want to put it in there, just no problem. And you get your gun inside. Luckily I got a second one. And those I just got them from the Luminaria event, which is for free, and you can get those arms in there. Huh? So you get quite nice stuff. Huh? You can inspect, of course. You can watch it. One side, the other side. Could shoot eventually. Oh, it makes it little dents. Did you see that? Well, I'm gonna shoot a ship now. Might do it with another ship. complicated, but it's for cargo purposes, of course. And here you see the little tunnel, which is quite shorter, and I won't die this time. In there, and then you're on the back of the ship, in the back part. And it's so beautifully done, actually, it's amazing. And imagine it's your own, once you own such a ship. It's really like another level of a game. Let's go to the airlock. Above, it's the top position on the ship. There you could go down on the ladder. But we don't want to go down, we want to go outside. Here I am outside of the ship. You can see a little sass. And you see everything is really in detail. But of course we want to go back. Inside. Oh. Okay. So the other side, it's, well, there's so many pods like engineer stuff. If I'm inside, it should be an escape pod because the ship is probably so big. Well, if it's deployed, anyways. It's a very big ship. So engineering, did we go there? Component access. Okay, there we have probably all the coolers and stuff like that. And we're gonna do the same thing. Okay, once you're on a mission, you can also activate the little alarm thing there. You see the orange light blinking? It's gonna blink all over the place. Okay, and it's linked to those lights actually. Put those on. And it's not blinking any longer in the rear end. Here we have a cooler. And you can see the difference of sizes actually of this one and in some, well, tier 1 ships like the Cutter or the Prospector or whatever. Gives you an idea of what a cooler looks like on such a ship. Another SAS here. Battery component bay. Oh, what is that? Okay. Put in some batteries. But we wouldn't want to escape right now. We might drop off. Now we're in orbit actually. And we have here, what is that? Power plant. Just watch the humongous size of this power plant. Imagine what the capital ship component must look like. It's really another level. Cooler again, so we had 2 coolers. Shield. I heard that the FR shields are not bad at all. You see the big thing there? But the ship needs it, definitely. There doesn't seem to be anything left. Here we're back on the ship. Then of course you could close every single door. Some doors you can lock. Not all the doors because of the gameplay, of the boarding gameplay actually. So if you're a pilot or something, then of course you would want to shut the door when you fly away. Because in case you're boarded, then of course try one of those one of these days. Not even a button there. Okay, now let's open the sync and watch the deployed thing again. A little bit more closely. More closely. The detail on those arms, it's amazing. The job they've done. Really something else. Be on the sunny side, which is a good thing. So it looks inside. I didn't take out the gun. You see, those are the magnetic plates which hold down your cargo. And it's magnificent actually, it's really I'm getting more impressed by the years actually. The next one's gonna be the Polaris, and you know what, I'm gonna try to go this way this time. Yeah, sure. Just to know if I'm gonna drop off or not. It was the engineering room, I think. Maybe this one? Nah, it's the other one. Ah, too late. Oh. Dropped out of the ship? Okay. But I mean, the effort is just like amazingly professional, I have to say. And the game is taking form. Okay, there's a little bug here, a little big bug there, but in big, I have to say it's wow. In general, huh? hope you see the game. If you would play the game, there's some little starter ships. You don't have to go for Hill C. Apart maybe if you like transporting stuff. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So, and if you please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the next Polaris video I'm gonna make, and also hit the like button. Thank you very much, and cheers.